been waiting for this for a very long time. Divine appointment.
Well, I can't really take credit for this, but I really want to because I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have a grid workshop, and this is before like I bumped into you, and now I'm like, holy crap, like the best grid worker in the universe is here, and she's gonna give you a workshop. So this is fabulous. I'm really excited. Here we go.
Thank you. A destiny appointment for all of us, I'm sure, as these things happen when we listen to the beautiful voice of the Gaia cosmos energy that is coursing through all of us. And so beautiful Ashanti over here has been saying for years, and many people have been saying, oh, you and Z have to get together. And it happened outside of Yak's the other day while waiting for a smoothie. And so here we are, and in the dream spell calendar on this beautiful day, it's a very special kin. It's the kin of the spirit of the earth. And this is a day of profound synchronicity in time and space to align the right energies physically for the work that we're here doing. And Z called me when I was teleporting down the mountain. I like to use as many quantum words as possible because our language is creating our realities. And so we say that we live in our light ships, not our vans, and we teleport around. And Z called on the way down, and I was just heading to Siskiyou Lake and just really wanted to do a ceremony there after doing a ceremony on the mountain earlier today. And I was literally down on my hands and knees, shedding tears into the earth, saying, please, just send the right people who can truly hold a holistic container together for a quantum leap in human consciousness. Because humanity does not have to follow the evolutionary spirals up the ladder. And this is a day when we can literally open to that coding of the quantum leap. And we as individuals make a simple container. So one of the specialties that comes through me, my nature is oracle, so I'm generally just always a transmission coming through. And when Z and I were talking, one of the specialties that comes through both of us is genetics in different planetary systems. So humanity has been running on two-strand DNA that has been heavily down-regulated, meaning that the natural systems that are in the human avatars have not been able to ignite in a normal way. And so a lot of my work and Z's work on the planet has been to unplug the systems that have been down-regulating human DNA. And for us to make the quantum leap, we're literally at that place in 2020. So we form the container, and the guidance, there's 64 codons in the human DNA. And the guidance told me that I was here for only 2 of them. The 35th gene is the shortcut out of the DNA, and the 60th gene is the one that reflects many of us who have taken the shortcut. So the 35th gene is programmed with the shortcut out of the evolutionary spirals, and the shortcut, as we all know, is love. So if we choose love in as many areas of our life as possible, it actually up-levels the serotonin in our body, which turns on our energy fields in a unique way that allows us to walk in the world but not of it. And the 60th gene is governed by Baba G. And basically, this planetary system was created as a container to resolve a lot of disharmony in the cosmos. And so, as we probably all know, we signed up for this role, as difficult as it may have been at times. We've all signed up to resolve the disharmonic energy inside of us. And the 60th gene says that when the 60th CD, which is the highest frequency, when the 60th CD ignites in multiple beings, it will be the end of the world as we know it. And Gaia and the cells that make up her consciousness will move instantaneously into a new reality. And that is programmed in the genes. And the gene is called justice, so it's just about resolving within ourselves any incoherent energy that is based on moralistic beliefs of good, bad, right, wrong. So it's about coming to that place of wholeness and stillness within ourselves, holding that place of perfection. And when that gene ignites in multiple beings, and we would say that we're at a quantum leaping moment because of the synchronicities to bring us all together on what we like to call not Mount Shasta, but Mount Imagination. So the only two things we have to transcend in our belief systems is our belief in gravity and our belief in time. And so we've all been crashing timelines inside of ourselves. And I always used to think that transcending our belief in gravity meant we had to levitate. But it's not that at all. It's the moment that we make that source connection and we go, I'm not really here. I'm everywhere. I'm non-local. And so that's actually when we transcend gravity. And so this wave is happening throughout the cosmos. And on a planetary level, as we know, Earth has played a very significant role for this quantum leaping moment in the entire cosmos. So that just kind of gives us a sense of what has brought all of us here together today. Wherever we are in our journey or our story, it is very important to recognize that we are all equals. And it is the energy of resonance and equality that has brought us all together in this moment. It doesn't matter what role we've played. We are holding a resonant field together. So we would invite on this day that we go into a deep prayer and ceremony together to allow those cosmic codes to come into this container, because in the 60th gene, it doesn't say when 10 or 100 million people ignite. It just says when multiple beings, when the 60th CD ignites in multiple beings, it will be the end of the world as we know it. And it says that the earth as we know it will disappear in the blink of an eye, and we will move forth into the new reality that is already existent. That's what's been drawing us forward. It's the visions that we've all seen. And this is the part about the capacity to take the quantum leap versus following the evolutionary systems. And I'll just say one other thing, that my journey on the grids, I say I was adopted by water, and I swam in a cave on Kauai in 2010, and it turned me on, and the guidance came in and said, now that we have you turned on, here's what we need you to do. And I completed my marriage, I gave my husband my business, I started walking the planet praying with water. And I didn't know anything about grids or ley lines, but the path was filled with such profound synchronicity. And then the indigenous started to contact me in strange hours like the middle of the night and tell me that I was the carrier of their bundle in their sacred prophecies. So I've carried bundles for the Lakota, Dakota, for the Hopi, for the Paiute, for the Chumash, for many different nations to fulfill their prophecies, to ensure that the bundles went to specific ley lines and vortexes and during specific cosmic alignments to bring us here to this miracle coordinate. And the journey also took me into the center of the financial systems. I was sought out by the big money families on the planet. I've spent hours upon hours on phone calls with names that we all know, like the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and so on. And my role there was to bring the spiritual codes back in. Because as we know, we all have to go together. There's no good and evil in the final finale of what we're here to do. We are just all one source consciousness, one human family here together. And so we would say that all elements and aspects of society are set up and ready to go for the quantum leap. And the only thing that might hold us back is our small self, that small ego part of us that maybe wants to continue to perpetuate in storylines. But this is really about us imbibing that part of ourselves at the altar, because we know that we're truly ready to make a cosmic and quantum leap here together. So that's really what's coming through the transmission to share right now, and maybe an invitation for sacred prayer or ceremony or whatever you feel.
What was your question about the imagination earlier? Did you say?
Well, what's an easy way to suggest imagining what that can look like?
Awesome question. So what the guidance is saying in answer to that question is there is a crystal...
Repeat the question first.
Oh,
so they
thank
can hear
you.
it.
The good idea. The question was, what is an easy way to imagine basically what I'm suggesting with the quantum leap? Is that okay? Thank you for suggesting repeating the question. What the guidance is saying in response to that question is that we all have a crystal seed inside of us. And in meditation on the mountain the other day, the guidance came in and said the crystal seed is placed back in your heart. Now you have the Swami codes activated again inside of you. So what I would say in response to the question is, if we were to go into meditation together, the invitation would be for each one of us to just ask. Because Esther Hicks, with the teachings of the law of attraction, she did the best job at just simplifying the cosmic principles of creation. And one of the core cosmic principles is ask and it is given. And so we share this all the time when we're in creation. If you don't like something in your reality, ask again, because the cosmos responds, and then open to receive it. And so what we'll find when we're trying to restore that communion or maybe get more clarity is just to remember to not only ask, but then we have to open to receive. And so if we were to go into a meditation here together or go into a meditation tonight in the quantum together, however it unfolds, the guidance is inviting all of us to ask for access back into that crystal seed inside of us, because that carries the original source code and everyone has it inside of them. And for each one of us to remember that core cosmic principles of creation are not complicated. They're actually very simplistic, which is why traditional peoples on the planet live in very simplistic ways, and knowledge has never been held from anyone in the tribe or the nation. It's shared openly because it is our birthright to go back to these simplistic dynamics inside of us. So if we went into meditation together and each one placed our hand on our high heart, which is our thymus is just where the collarbones meet. And that's where the heart and the mind unify inside of us. If we, naturopaths will tap that area to reset the body. If we just went inside and tapped there and then placed our hand there and asked for our crystal seed to be ignited, the guidance is saying that for each one of us, we would receive the proper visions for our systems, for our understanding, for our path, for our belief systems, and so on. We would receive the proper downloads to ignite that crystal seed, to have a sense of what that looks like, because it will be interpreted differently by each one of us, because each one of us has a completely different system. networked inside of us. Is that helpful? Okay. Great question. Thank you.
Incredible. recognizing the divine perfection in all that is, all the stories, all that is unfolding upon this planet. No matter how we have perceived this unfolding in the past, we're in this moment of reconciliation and recognizing that we are resolving karma on a cosmic, universal level. And that what is unfolding on this planet right now is extraordinary. And it is truly an expression of compassion. All beings are cosmic oneness that is here, resolving all of this pain and all that has gone awry in the whole universe here now together. And we are recognizing the profoundness of this together here now. And we find that forgiveness in every corner, in every cell, in every part of our heart, allowing any rage or depression or anger, frustration, allowing all of those energies that you can muster to simply be washed clean from this lucid understanding that all is unfolding in its utmost perfection by all beings that are participating here upon this plane, no matter how we perceive them and the roles that they're playing. That in fact we have all agreed to be here, Mother Gaia as the host, for healing of a cosmic and universal proportion. And so as we come into awareness of all the sadness and destruction and devastation and the sadness of separation, as we come into full awareness of that, we can allow it to be embraced by this moment of reckoning, this moment of ultimate lucidity and awakening for all of humanity and the entire universe. so we have the ability to make infinite loops, and sometimes it's really fun to pass the mic around and like make a sonic field of all the energies that are here. And so sound is one way that I feel. Hang on, actually, one moment. Really fun. Okay. So I love working with sound vibration because it's literally denser, less dense than physicality, but more dense than thought. So when we have an intention or divine inspiration, it can come through, and we can imprint through our throats, imprint this vibration into the sound. And so we can speak that into the fabric of reality, and this is how we code. So anyone that wants to play, I would just invite you to come closer, and then we'll pass the mic around. Do you want to start? Does anybody want to play? Come on.
Do we have to sing? Like, what do we?
You can make any sound. You can make a tone. So just make a tone, and then you can sing. Like, it'll probably just be like you'll hear the loop go, and then you can add any sound you want. Really, just think about the intention that you want to put in, and then just let your body make the sound that it wants to make. And I'll give you some time to kind of play before I record it and loop it in. Hi.
And then I will.
I feel my dolphins coming out, so.
want me to keep the recording going?
Good now.
Yeah, stop it.